For the people who work numbers, I am giving you free advice that those of you who are holding dollars, you shortly might go into losses. You better do what you must do, because this market is going to be different in a couple of weeks. And secondly, we through the central bank, we are having conversations to reinstate the interbank exchange market that has since not worked. And I am happy that the players in that sector, including our banks, are coming forward and they are participating, and they are working with the central bank so that.
Shalom, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, blessings, salutations to you sincere brothers out there pushing the truth across the four corners of earth. And we're in a different era. This is the precursor to war. That's one of the things that you saw during World War I. Basically, was this movie The Kingsman? They showed you was how all of these Edomites who were ruling these different countries, whether it was Prussia, Russia, Britain, America, whoever, basically they're all related. When you look at all the presidents of the United States, I'm not sure about Trump. I think Trump might be outside their family, but all of them up to Obama, they're all related. I'm not sure about Biden either. All right, but basically them and these other small hats worldwide, or whoever worldwide, they're all related. All right, they're all in the same extended family, fighting for control and rulership over the house of Esau, Edom. All right, and such divisions, in which nation supports which nation and who wants to use the dollar as a reserve currency. That's a prelude to war. Just like World War I, just like any war. That's a huge prelude to it. Because basically you have all these people who bought into Babylon. They bought into the system here, and if their money is under attack, you know what I'm saying, of losing a certain amount of value, if you've been working for 20 years, right, and you're expecting to get paid, and then you only gonna get paid for 15 years, then it's gonna be time for war. All right, it's gonna be time for war, and a lot of Americans are gonna support that as well. All right, this is Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. All right, verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. All right, all these things are the beginnings of sorrows. And the thing about it is, this chapter is heavy. The thing about it is, man, we're not troubled about any of these places going to war, because all these things have to happen for the end to come. All right, all these people bought into Esau, into his rulership anyway in the first place. All right, and that's why they supported the U.S. dollar, which the closest currency to the U.S. dollar is the euro. I think one U.S. dollar is like 0.94 euros or something like that, or 0.92. I just looked it up real quick, and I think it's like one U.S. dollar is equal to like 100 Kenyan dollars. All right, that's basically what you want. You want your money to be, equally on the same foot as the U.S. dollar, which is usually not. Usually one U.S. dollar is 1,000, whatever type of currency that you got, and then you put the face of one of your leaders on there or whatever, and then people buy into it. All right, and the day where people are just worshiping and following the U.S. are over. Revelation 13:3, and I saw. I'm gonna start at verse 2. Got to start talking about Esau and all his rulership. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. And these are his different empires where of rulership. All right, the Great Britain, the British Empire, excuse me, being the lion, the Greeks being the leopard, right? The dragon being the Romans, the bear, that's his feet is the bear. That's talking about the Russians, right? Which a lot of these nations are allying themselves with BRICS and these different other nations, and basically they're throwing the U.S. dollar out of the door. Now, the U.S. dollar still got a certain level of strength, all right, but you take away all these different nations that want to use that as their reserve currency, and now you devalue it, all right, which once again leaves them to accidentally pop up in your country and have you renegotiating and have them confiscating your oil, your gold, your silver, whatever resources they can find, because they have some sort of dirt on you. When in actuality, the dirtiest nation is here, man, Babylon, the place that has been a golden cup. Because this is the place where all nations could come to, and they can get trade. They could get trade deals, and what I'm saying, here we could put this military base in your country, the hammer of the earth, and then whatever deal you want to make, we can make it. It said, and I saw one of the heads it was wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. Right, the Roman Empire, that's what this place is, the renewal of the Roman Empire. And they worship the dragon which gave power unto the beast, and they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast, who is able to make war with him? And that was the thing, man. These Edomites had the game on lock. They had the technology was on a whole nother level. The spirit of these Edomites, when they came back in rulership, during those times of Columbus and of their global empire, these Edomites, that you could see, man, that they were the whooping stick of the Heavenly Father, all right, or Syrian rod of my anger. All right, they were sent with a point to prove, right, especially against so-called Native Americans, so-called blacks, and so-called Latinos. All right, the rod of his anger. And he used them to beat the shit out of us for going off. All right, righteously so. It says, who is able to make war with them? Because they had everything on lock. Like I said, technology, infrastructure, the military, all of that stuff. All right, but now all these other nations have had time to catch up, and they've had time to send people here for them to go to university, for them to... Why would you have other nations which you're not cool with, come here and have access to all of your highest levels of information? And that's exactly what Esau did. Like with China, they stole a lot of stuff. All right, they put their factories in China. Now you want a knockoff, you could pay less than half the price, less than a quarter of the price, or whatever. Right, which really that shit is overpriced anyway, but they've given away their formula. All right, it says, and there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. All right, but the point, in fact, I'm gonna skip to verse 7, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints. Like I said, to go to war with so-called black, Native American, Latinos. All right, they had the superior weaponry, superior technology, even though they also came to us and a lot of cases, Jake, gave them things they needed to survive. Like, when they came here with the Gadites, right, they were taught how to till the land and how to wash themselves and how to do all these things. All right, but ultimately power, it was given unto him to make war with the saints to overcome them, and power was given to him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. All right, so all nations saw these dollars like, oh, that's a great idea. Shit, my country doesn't have a lot of silver or gold. That's a great idea. All right, so ultimately the reason why all these nations followed this place in the first place was because it was given to them. It was given to them to take us down. It was given to them for, to deceive the nations. That's why the nations are gonna hate this. They're gonna burn this place. All right, and now you can see that they're turning against this place. It's not it's not an instant thing, overnight thing. It's been a gradual, over the years thing of seeing, America, seeing the folly of seeing, the fruits of what they bring into your country. You know what I'm saying? How all these women run off to America and then they act like whores, and then, the people back home, get wind of it. Mia Khalifa situations, all of it. All right, all of it. So, and you nations, y'all aren't innocent either, because y'all helped Esau to take us down, pursuant to Psalms 83, but now that shit is backfiring. All right, but now all these nations are puffing their chest up, ready to go to war. And that's what it's about. All right, when it says, as thou become as weak as us, that happens, because I was reading that, I was going to get that, but that actually happens after, it said the Lord had broken, right, Isaiah 14:5, the Lord had broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. And then you jump down, it says, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It has raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, the noise of the vials, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. And that process is going on now, but that's going to be fully finished once they get taken down. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? Right, that's what's going to happen, once they fully get taken down. All right, how are you falling? And we're seeing the process now. It's circling the drain. All right, again, people lose trust when your currency is not worth the same. That's why the Lord said, don't use diverse weights and measures. Right? Don't use false balances. Keep the weights the same. Keep the balance the same. Yeah, using U.S. dollars, that was always doomed to fail. All right, and they should have known that from the beginning. That was Satan. Right there. I don't even know this person. All right. But that was the point I wanted to bring out, man. Lord willing, this is edifying. Lord willing, we see more nations move away from the dollar, which means the United States is going to have to make their move, all right, which is going to lead closer to the part that I skipped, Matthew 24 and 9. All right, then they shall deliver you up to be afflicted. So that part is coming soon too, brothers. All right, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. So despite all of this, all of these nations are going to hate us for the message that we preach, which is of Yahweh Yahweh Shai. And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. All right, that's what it's about to be, man. The biggest free-for-all ever in history. All right, he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Endure. Shalom.